Hello and welcome to Misfits and Monsters. I'm your scary neighbourhood dungeon master, Aaron. With us today we have the usual complement minus our Octobard Calamari played by Mike and our half-orc super monk Sif played by Pat because they are AWOL. Haz, tell us, what have you been experiencing this week?
Oh man, what I've been experiencing besides depression.
Yeah.
I've been listening to MOP's Warriors. I don't know why. Like, I've been on like an old school New York hip hop binge. I've been listening to that, and I think what else have I been listening to? Does anyone here actually? Has anyone here ever played XCOM?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because they released a new. I forgot it was a DLC. I was watching a playthrough for that.
Ooh.
Pretty cool.
Cool. All right, Mike. Tell us about your cultural deep dives this fine day.
I think we moved on to a bit of Bruno Mars. Got a really nice video of her like just bopping along to Bruno Mars, which is quite cute. What else have we been listening to? I can't remember. It's just anything that comes on that's poppy.
Cool. That's good. This is the thing. Like the earlier you get them to appreciate rhythm, the better it is.
Yeah. No, she's definitely like down with rhythm. Like she moves to a beat, which is pretty good.
You could have a future dancer on your hands there, Mike.
Oh, she's going to be everything. We've basically gone through pretty much, and at some point have said she's going to do almost every professional activity that there is.
Excellent.
Like,
and be a surgeon.
Yeah.
And a lawyer.
Yeah.
And
all of those things.
And a vet.
Yeah.
Dinosaur lawyer.
Yeah. All right, Max. What have you been dipping into?
Well, I've listened to the Peppa Pig soundtrack.
Wow, hardcore.
What else have we been listening to?
Thrash metal remix.
The Cars soundtrack. Edith likes Cars. No, I think it's like mostly Teams meetings this week. Other people's voices.
Other people's voices. Yeah. If you find that comforting, I suppose that could be all right. For me, it would just be hell. I'd be like, I need to listen to something extremely abrasive to save me from humanity. Boredom.
Those conversations.
Did it sound like Charlie Brown adults after a certain? Or does it just sound like this? Work stuff.
Yeah, especially when I was zoned out.
I mean, yeah, that's basically it.
What about you, Kat? What's going on?
Fortunately,
on
also
work?
basically that, because it's been handover week, so it's literally just been meeting after meeting. But I again, same as last week. In between, I've been listening to that the Guilty Feminist podcast, but it's been get through like one episode in a week, kind of 5 minutes here and there.
That's all right. Someone that's listened to us for the first time might never have heard of the Guilty Feminist, and now you've
it's a good podcast.
You've alerted them to its
podcast.
existence.
And I'd say it's not just for women. It's hilarious content for both men and women, in my opinion.
Well, this is the thing. Like, I think men and women can both be feminists and masculinists.
I think it's all relatable.
Yeah, we're all human beings, aren't we?
Yeah, like I listened to one of the episodes I was listening to this week was about food, and they were talking about like, so they give each other like challenges, and this week's challenge. So there's two presenters, and this week's challenge is that one of them, she had to go to just restaurant, whatever, and she has to order like she just has to order cake, and she has to not make any excuses to the waitress about ordering cake, and it's basically about that, and it's about her talking to this waitress, and it's about like the fact that that's even a thing, and it's just very funny. I'm not explaining it well at all, but I can recommend.
I was going to say, for me, it's just like, what, you just can't go and order cake without somebody judging you for ordering cake.
Exactly, that's
Like-
literally what they're talking about, because they're like, there's also men in there talking about it too, where they're like, yeah, I don't even think twice about ordering cake.
Yeah,
in
that's
restaurants,
like,
and
that
it's
doesn't even
this
enter
waitress-
into my... That's not even a factor in my worldview. If I want a fucking cake, I'm going to have a cake.
Yeah, you get a
I don't
cake,
care
yeah.
who thinks one way or the other about that. I'm just like,
I'm an
Absolutely.
adult.
But that's
cake! Look.
the waitress is like talking about it as in like it's so great. She's like, I love it. She's like, I love you because you just hear shamelessly ordering your cake, unlike every other woman who feels like they have to like apologise for ordering cake.
Have you ever apologised for eating cake?
No.
Or ordering cake?
No,
Put it
I'm
in
not
your
like that.
face.
But personally,
Yeah.
I'll just order cake. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. That's probably not the best example, but there's
Still
a lot
amusing.
of stuff in it that's very funny, and they talk about, you know, it's relatable. I think some of it for both men and women. But yeah, give it a go. I think it's quite funny.
There's one other thing I need to also talk about, though. I don't know, I mean, in terms of our limited reach, if nobody has seen 2 Minutes to Late Night, which is a comedy, rock, punk, metal talk show, you should definitely seek this out. If you're a fan of, you know, you don't even have to be a fan of heavy music, to be honest, because it's just funny. And the way that they do cover versions of lots of different styles of music, so they'll do a Miley Cyrus song, but they'll make it into like a hard rocker, or they did Hot Chocolate's Everyone Is a Winner. They just do some amazing cover versions, and there's the band Mutoid Man is their house band. Mutoid Man are amazing. They've got like an amazing pedigree of talent between the different members, going far back into the 90s of like you know, seminal, amazing rock bands. But just that's another thing that I've been spending a lot of time watching, listening to, and appreciating. So if nobody's watched 2 Minutes to Late Night that might be listening to this, please go and support them. They're amazing. What about you, Craig? What's
Me?
What's been up with you this week?
Of course, just listening to true crime podcasts. You know, hearing about terrible things. I don't know why. Yeah, what was it? Real Crime Profile, that's a good one. And lots of electro music whilst marking students' work.
What specifically though? You were listening to something the other day that was specific.
It was like thousands of songs on a shuffle, so just most electro or synthwave bands I've probably just listened to this week on repeat. Yeah.
Just to keep you motivated. I find it's like the
I've
rocky.
been really into Kim Petra recently.
Petra?
She kind of she released like an album that's sort of quite synthwavey. It's good fun. I'm trying to remember some of the names of the songs. Oh, I've logged out of everything. Sorry, but yeah, Kim Petra, she kind of has that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
I did listen to Head Swim as well, which is a 90s like grungy.
Yeah, Head Swim were a British kind of post-grunge band, and they were distinctive because they had an organ player who did lots of like crazy distorted organ sounds in amongst so it kind of set them apart. They were good anyway, but
they were really good.
They were a really good
we
underrated
saw them live
band.
years ago.
Yeah.
God, don't know why.
I don't know, if anyone wants a retro rock urge being satisfied, seek Head Swim out.
Yeah,
because
don't listen to their second.
don't listen to their second album
because it's shit.
No, it's just they decided that they'd grown out of playing riffs and wanted to be Radiohead, and
Not even Radiohead.
no, Jeff Buckley I suppose was probably more closely. They just turned into a bland band.
Yeah.
They turned into a bland band. They suffered from Quiet is the New Loud. Sorry, Hassan.
Have you guys heard of the Midnight?
Yeah, Midnight, great. They're a
That's what I've been listening to
Yeah.
this week, I guess, as well. Talking about synth and stuff.
Yeah. Always listen to synth.
There's a cool synthwave artist that we discovered watching an episode of Barry, which is a comedy drama about a hitman that decides to become an actor, which is quite funny in and of itself. But there was a song by Class Actress,
Yeah, was that?
well, Class Actor,
Yeah.
on that called,
Was it called Class Actor?
oh my god, no, the song is I'm fucking this up. So yeah, find that. Just go on ToonFind and look for season 1, episode 1 of Barry, and
Yeah, it's cool.
do some work for yourselves. For fuck's sake.
Right.
Anyway, so D&D, the reason why we're all here today. Last session, you had infiltrated a theatre by the name of the Pink Flumph.
Oh shit.
Oh
And
yeah.
discovered the concealed entrance into the Vault of Dragons, where you were hoping to meet and recruit the dragon Oranax that apparently resides there in your fight against this giant monster incursion that's going to happen any minute to level Waterdeep and all the other civilizations of Faerun. So you'd solved the entrance puzzle requirements to get inside, and you were just about to emerge into the first chamber of the Vault of Dragons. So what you saw within this entrance foyer was 3 huge age-worn columns that support some bridges about 60 feet above you. The columns were probably about 20 feet wide across, so these were like huge stone structures, and set into alcoves on either side, like right and left of this entrance foyer, were 12 sets of double doors, which appeared to be made of some form of metal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Each door was approximately 10 feet wide and 10 feet high.
Symbols.
And they seem to be embossed with some form of imagery, but unless you get closer to them, you can't tell what they are at the minute. So you're just on the threshold of this area, and that's what you've seen. What are you going to do?
Can I see anyone on the walkways above? You said they were like 60 foot high.
So let's see what it says. No, they appear completely absent of any travellers.
Okay.
Sorry, wait for my character sheet to load.
Is D&D Beyond not working?
Yeah.
But it makes things so easy, apparently. Are you all waiting for your character sheets to load? Because it seems like you're all kind of like in stasis.
Get my notes up actually.
Mine's not doing it.
Yeah, also,
It's because I've had to log out of everything on this laptop because I'm sending it back to my company on Monday. So normally it'd be up already.
We don't have this on Roll20, do we?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't done that much prep.
It's all good.
So, just use theatre of the mind. Just use your imagination.
So doors on either side.
So yeah.
Do any of the doors stand out as being different in any way from this distance?
Not from the distance on
They
the
all
threshold.
Similar.
Yeah, they all seem
Okay.
identical as far as you know at the moment.
Okay, I'll walk towards the nearest one.
Okay, so that's
See if I
about
can look at the embossing.
50 feet away from you. So
Big room.
yeah, as you get closer, the reliefs upon moulded upon the surface appear to represent images of dwarf warriors in plate armor in various like poses, like either victory, battle, or in ceremonial kind of celebration.
Okay, and that was the door on the near right, was it?
Yeah.
Or near.
How many doors are there again? 3?
12 in total
10.
with
Oh, 12.
yeah.
Sorry.
But they're double doors, so it's actually only it's 2 doors per alcove. So there's 4
Right, yeah.
4 alcoves on the right side, 4 alcoves on the left side.
Got you.
And did Ezra go to the right or the left?
Sorry, I've misinterpreted that map completely. sorry. The nearest door to you on the right is 30 feet away from you and on the side wall to the adjacent to you on the right. So there's 2 doors directly to the right and left of you, 4 doors on each side on the right and left, and then 2 doors on the furthest opposite facing wall to you. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, so
does that make any sense?
and
There's a
then
lot of doors.
all going away, and then 2 on the back wall.
Yep.
Okay.
You know, shall I just show you this picture?
Yes,
That might help.
So top
Yeah.
top.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So what was the symbol on the nearest door to the right was
Dwarf warriors and
brown
plate
warriors.
armor.
Sorry?
Dwarf warriors.
Dwarf warriors and plate armor.
I guess Does there appear to be like a lock or anything? Like how would the door be open? It's got a handle.
Yeah, have you tried just opening it?
Damn these doors.
Pencil it that way.
Okay, so you can try to open them. There's no visible means of opening the door. They're all closed currently.
Okay. I'll just move on to the next door. I want to know what I'm walking into.
Yeah, let's go check out some...
So we're gonna start walking essentially anti-clockwise around the room from the bottom right. Yeah.
Yeah. So next one along on the right.
Okay, so next one along the right. So you push against that one as well?
Not pushing any of the doors.
No,
Just
not pushing them.
looking.
So
Just looking at them.
okay, so you're just seeing very similar imagery embossed upon all of them, engraved rather.
Oh, really?
Embossed. No, they are embossed. Sorry.
So they're all dwarf warriors.
Yeah.
Doing stuff. Okay. I guess we'll just keep. If you want to speed this up, I want to go around and inspect all of the doors.
Okay.
See if there's anything distinguishing about any of them.
Okay, so one by one, you take them in, and nothing seems particularly outstanding about any of them. They are all just variations of the same similar theme and style.
Well, which would you like to try first?
The ones on the end?
Yeah. Sounds
Is
good.
there anything else in the room? Like there's these big pillars.
Just those pillars in the centre that support the bridges.
Is there anything on them?
No, they are just plain stone
Plain.
rocks. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, could I just detect magic just to see if anything has any kind of auras?
Yeah, you can.
I guess I'm focusing mostly on the doors. If there's any like sign of, I guess I don't know, just anything for us to watch out for. I guess any magical influences that could harm us if we touch them. But
Okay. So, as you extend your magical senses and pass each of the doors, the only ones that you get even the faintest magical aura from are the 2 in the top left-hand side corner on the left-hand side wall. So it's like the top 2 on the side wall.
Did we number these?
I think so back left hand corner.
Yeah, back left hand
one
corner.
On the back
That's
wall,
the better way
and
to
the one
describe
on the left wall at the back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean these all seem fairly neutral. There's something coming from those. I don't know whether that means that's the direction we should go, or that's something that we should watch out for.
To specify, it feels very faint, and it's almost it's like something behind them, not like in the location behind them, not from the doors themselves. You're just getting the faintest sense of something there, and it's the only thing that you get from that.
Out of curiosity, can I just open the doors nearest to us that isn't magical?
Okay, so you try to push it and it refuses to budge. It's very firmly fixed in place. No matter how much effort you put into it, these doors are not going to budge. The one, I'm assuming you mean the ones to your immediate left. Yeah. So the first set of double doors, no traction.
Bloody doors.
I guess we should make our way over to those magical set of doors.
Yeah.
Ezra's just going to stand sort of back a little bit.
Okay, I mean,
Been electrocuted once or twice.
You don't want to lose your hair again, do you?
Doors are not to be underestimated.
Yeah, I'm gonna delicately go to try and push the door and see if there's any different.
It was nice knowing you, Kayla.
Okay,
I got resistance.
as you put a hand on one of the doors, it does ease slightly with the gentle pressure you put on it, so it's actually open, but it's not enough to obviously fully push it wide.
So I just go to touch it, and then I go.
So no effect. It just, the door just like moves very slightly under your pressure. But that's it.
I'm just pretending to be electrified.
Kayla.
This seems fine, guys. This seems fine. I'm gonna push it open.
Okay, so you push the door wide and it swings, creaks and groans due to age upon its hinges, and then comes to a stop and reveals a section like a passageway leading into a wider area about 20-25 feet beyond it, that seems like just another bare chamber as far as you can see from this vantage.
Right. I whap off one of my horns lights.
Okay.
And I point it inside so we can see what's going on.
So yeah, you illuminate it for those that can't see, and it's as far as you can tell until entering further in, it's another like stone-walled, flagstone-floored chamber.
Okay, cool. Should we go in?
Why not?
Let us
Aaron,
press
what is
on.
the dragon doing? Is it the little purple dragon that's...
Oh yeah, where's the
He's
little
just
purple
accompanying
dragon?
you. He's just like trotting along behind you, watching your activity with interest.
I'm going to call him Spyro.
Spyro.
Yeah, all I can think of is Spyro in my head.
What's the name?
Possibly evil Spyro is behind us. Okay, cool.
Yeah, what was the name? Let me just...
I don't.
Can I check for traps in this next room?
You didn't ask its name.
No, we didn't.
No.
I've just got small dragon-like creature.
Whilst we're going to this cave, I'll turn around and ask it its name.
It's violet in colour, and its wings are more like dragonfly wings than the typical dragon reptile bat wing type.
If Spyro was a fairy.
So the dragon says to you, "My name is Wishes."
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
Everything key must die in this campaign.
I'm going to ask him, look at the dragonfly wings. I'm just going to turn around and ask him, is he a fey creature? Is he I'm not sure if that is like a... what I'm trying to ask him is if he can speak Sylvan, or is that how you pronounce it?
If it speaks Sylvan.
I'm just assuming dragonfly wings, possibly fey, I don't know.
And so it says, "Yes, I can speak and understand Sylvan, amongst many other languages."
So I'm just going to say, in Sylvan, I'm just going to say, it's been a while since I've used my mother's tongue.
Oh, you are very fluent in the language, and she obviously taught you well. I would be happy to engage you in a full conversation in this dialect. though I fear it might be ignorant to the rest of your companions if they don't also understand it. You do.
I don't know.
I'm just staring at them like.
Yeah, to them it just sounds like it's just like nonsense.
Yeah, and it doesn't. It like it's really effeminate, like compared to Haz's normal voice.
I'm just looking around.
New things about you by the moment, Bramble. That's
Right,
beautiful.
Do you speak Undercommon?
No, I've never learnt that one.
A dirty language, to be sure.
And a welcome one.
Oh dear. It's useful.
Okay. If you want to check for traps.
Yes, please. Can I check for traps?
Okay.
Specifically on the floor.
Yeah, go ahead. What kind of check are you doing? What do you?
Check.
Investigation. Like I just sort of examine some of the flagstone
Okay.
blocks.
Yeah. Go for it.
Hang on, just let me get it. I'm looking at it on my phone. So.
I can't access anything on D&D Beyond from my...
No, me neither.
So D&D Beyond is down.
Problems.
I think if your account stuff's down, everything's accessible site-wise except for your account.
I got a natural 20, so 36.
Okay, so as you slowly advance, checking the floor for like pressure plates or other such signs of a trap, you find nothing. Like the all of the flagstones in this area so far appear to be entirely mundane and safe to walk upon, and there's no other signs of.
Clear. Then start walking. Yeah, I walk into the centre of the room.
Okay, so as you walk 20 feet or so further through this passageway into the larger chamber beyond, you see to your right that there is a 20-foot square fresco that depicts a battle between dwarves and goblins. So can you do a wisdom saving throw, please? Is it both? It's Grogger and Bogger, isn't it? It's Grogbog.
Yeah.
So that would be both of them.
That can be a roll.
Wisdom, you said.
Yeah.
Uh, 12 for Bog and 15 for Grog.
Okay, so even though it's fascinating in its content, and you felt like a slight pull to like some kind of it had some deeper effect than just being an art piece. You managed to turn your attention away from it to look at the rest of the room, and on the left hand side you see like a roughly around maybe like 65 feet away from you at the opposite end of the chamber, there is a set of expertly carved stone steps leading up into another area.
Okay, I shout back and tell him like, don't get caught up in the painting, and start heading towards the steps.
What? The painting?
Ezra ignores this advice and says, "What painting?" and starts looking around for a painting.
Okay, so as you enter into the chamber after Grogbog, you see on the right hand side wall there the fresco depicting the battle between the dwarves and goblins. You need to make a DC wisdom saving throw, please. DC 12 wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I don't have my character sheet up, but I rolled a 6, and I don't think I have +6.
Okay, so Ezra unfortunately is completely captivated by this this fresco.
Magnificent.
What are the rest of you doing? You just see Ezra come to a stop and just be fixated upon this.
So, because I was detecting magic, will I be able, like, I'm assuming that is the source.
Yeah. So as you get closer, the ping of that.
Yeah, I can see it the magic glow.
Yeah, the aura of that thing intensifies the closer you get to it until, as you're about to enter into the room after Ezra, that whole help. My brain just died.
I can tell that it's coming from that. So
yeah, that's the simple way of saying it. That I was failing.
And I'm gonna focus my attention more on Ezra, noticing that he seems to be tripping out a little bit, and just be like, I think that's the source of the magic. Like wave my hand in front of his face.
Don't look at the wall.
Ezra! Is he reacting?
Can I react?
He is entirely fixated on the fresco.
So just try and move your hand out of the way whenever it obstructs my vision.
I'm making note not to sort of look in that direction.
How big is this fresco?
Okay, it doesn't matter whether you're looking at it or not.
Oh, okay,
you need to do a wisdom saving throw.
I'll stand in front of Ezra.
You stand
I
in front
think
of
you're
Ezra.
going to have to do it too.
Yeah, so any of you that enter into this room must make a wisdom saving
I
throw.
have no idea what my stats
Okay,
are.
I kind of, in that case, I kind of walk into distract and be like, Ezra, what is it that's got you? I rolled a.
You're all being drawn.
16.
16 is fine. So even though you feel this pull trying to
Oh, okay.
lure you,
I'm like realise what's going on.
What did Cray get?
I don't know.
Oh, what did you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Well, is your wisdom modifier higher than a 4?
No idea.
For you to have +4, your wisdom would have to be like 18.
No, it wouldn't be.
I just don't think it.
So Cray like even he stands in front of Ezra,
What are you looking at?
and then you suddenly feel this lure. You must look around.
Oh, it's really good.
And you two are captured by its
guys.
effect.
Look at that goblin. Look at that dwarf.
I rolled a 21.
Look
Yeah,
at
so
that
Bramble's
dwarf.
fine. So you just walk by and you don't really know what the fuss is about. You just,
Yeah. And noticing that they're fixated on it, I was gonna cast Mage Hand to knock the painting off the wall.
it's not a painting; it's a fresco.
Fresco.
Yeah.
So,
I want to communicate. I want to communicate to Bramble because I see it's not. I'll be like, yeah, I think the painting is the problem here. Can you do something about it?
I shall have a look to what I can do. I'm like hesitant to burn anything. Or blow it up.
I've never
If it's
had
painted
to
on the wall,
burn
then it wouldn't
anything.
even. Is it painted on wood on the wall, or is it painted on stone?
It's
Oh yeah.
it's on the wall itself. It's not
Part of the
painted.
stone walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion, and I'll create. I was gonna like. I don't know actually. I'm using an illusion to cover an illusion. That doesn't work in my head.
Why not?
I don't know.
Put yours in front.
I was gonna cast Minor Illusion to like throw like mud or something onto where that fresco is on that painting, so it's covered in mud. So like it's covered in feces.
Okay, so as you cover it in an illusory caking of fecal matter, Ezra and Cray are suddenly become furious at the
What are you doing?
and you
How could you defile such a magnificent piece?
Can't see the art and the goblins.
so you will probably be compelled to
Yeah.
clean it.
Stop this madness at once. I'm going to use whole person on Bramble.
Okay.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw? I'm going off the top of my head here. I'm pretty sure it's wisdom, and I'm pretty sure my DC is 17. I think.
Well, I got a 19 and
Okay,
plus.
fine.
Well,
You're fine.
So yeah, no effect upon
Snap
Bramble,
out of it!
unfortunately. Cray, what are you going to do? You've seen this just spattered with poop, and you're furious about it.
I'm trying to wipe the poop
So
away.
as you try and wipe it away, you notice that it's actually illusory and Bramble has created this, so your eye will now be focused upon Bramble.
Oh, Cray. Those both of his eyes just go like this.
Backing off.
I know.
Bring it up now!
You know, like Jurassic World, where he's like looking at the three like
Yeah.
velociraptors. He's like, no.
In fact,
Why don't you
Do
yeah,
that.
Ezra
I-
and Cray are probably threateningly like bearing down upon Bramble.
Oh, fuck. I'm just like walking backwards into the room.
Is it,
And,
is it a plaster wall?
Yeah.
Oh man, someone break it. Are we taking our attention away from it on the wall?
Well, you, just to,
Well, I don't think
to
it's to do
menace
with the,
Bramble, yeah. But you're still pulled by it. You're still, you know, enthralled. So, what are you and Ezra doing? You want to make?
I've already done an action. Should I carry on?
Yeah, there's more to come. Yeah. Go ahead.
Alright.
Can I make an action?
Yeah.
I want to try and slap Ezra out of it.
Okay. Well, medical slap.
Medical slap.
Medical slap incoming. So I just turn to Ezra and grab his shoulder, and I'm like, "Snap out of it, man!"
Okay.
I think you should have to make an attack throw there, because
Yeah.
I'm not just going to
Yeah?
stand there and
Sure,
let
sure.
you slap me.
Let him slap me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I come behind Cat and
Grab
go,
you, though, so you're going to...
get off of him, and then like I go
23.
slap out of him.
That's a hit. Easily a hit.
So
What's
do.
the 1d4 of slap damage?
Yeah.
What? I mean,
Plus,
I've got an arm.
1d4 plus strength, is it?
Yeah.
1d4 plus whatever.
1d4 plus my strength.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to say there's a 1. So 4 in
So
total.
Ezra, you're struck by her palm of her hand. Make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh! It's a 1.
Ooh, so Ezra is just infuriated
Like,
by this
great.
treatment that's pulling
Oh,
him away
no.
from studying the fresco, but he's still
Oh,
enthralled by
no.
it. So, what are you going to do, Ezra?
I would like to make a multi-attack against Caleb.
Okay, yeah.
And if I am genuinely angry, I'm
Oh,
not
you
going to
are.
hold back.
You are. You're furious.
Give her a slap.
Oh, okay. Good news is the first one's a miss, or almost certainly a miss. You've not got AC of like 10, have you?
No.
No.
Then, yeah, that's probably a miss. Oh, the second one
Not
might be as
particularly
well.
high though.
I would guess.
I don't know if it's
about
right. I need to check it.
13.
It is 13.
I think it's
Me
probably
or B?
13. But I'm
Your
just going
AC
from
is
memory.
15, Cat.
No, mine is 13. Huh?
Your AC is 15.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Wow.
I need to
Yeah.
update this. It's 15.
Unless I'm wrong.
Then-
That's what I've got written on my character sheet for you here.
No, I think I might have. For some reason, I have an override here. No, I think you're right. Maybe.
It was probably because we lost armor at one point, didn't we?
Oh, it will have been.
With the
You're right.
rain.
Yeah, I probably just not updated it. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that.
Yeah, you suffered a
I
penalty.
think-
You
I
all
only got
at some
about
point
14.
suffered a penalty to armor class, and
Yeah.
you probably haven't changed it back since being.
Oh no, there we go. It's 16. I've changed.
I don't think I would have got. I've not got plus 10 to attack. So yeah, I have missed twice.
Okay.
So, you slap me and I
Because
just
I was expecting it.
come back with my sword and I don't know, maybe it's the enchantment.
Bitch, please.
I'm not swinging straight.
So, Cray, what are you doing? Like you're furious at Bramble having occluded this great work of art from you being able to appreciate it. So,
Can I do something before he
He's
does
staring
something?
him down.
you already did something by spattering the
Oh, okay, cool.
the fresco in illusory poop.
I guess I would do an intimidation thing to make him clean it.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
I've got pretty high intimidation. So.
Actually.
I think I have advantage on intimidation rolls as well.
Would you
Except
get?
I rolled a 2.
Do you defend with an intimidation roll? I don't know what.
No, it would probably be a wisdom save, but Cray hasn't succeeded
says-
anyway.
Well, for my character, it says you have advantage on intimidation rolls if you have a higher charisma modifier than the target.
Yeah, but you're not.
Yeah, you're not
intimidated,
making the
Cray.
intimidation check though. You're
Oh,
you're the
right.
recipient of it.
Yeah.
Being
Um,
intimidated.
Yeah. So no, Cray fails anyway. So don't worry.
Okay, cool.
It's a good job we're rolling really badly, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
What is anybody else doing anything?
I turn around after like hearing you all sort of like fighting amongst yourselves and say, "What's happening back there?" And see like Ezra's trying to like attack Kayla. It's just like, oh, Jesus.
Bramble put poo on the fresco!
How far away? How far
How
away
could you
from the
defile
festival?
such a beautiful piece of work?
There were so many goblins and so many dwarves. I didn't look at everyone. I was trying to look at everyone.
So, Grogbog, what are you going to do? Witnessing this rising
Chaos.
chaos.
He's got his
I wander up to the fresco. Is there any kind of dragon related thing on this piece?
No, it's a
Can't
pitched
do-
battle featuring only dwarves and goblins.
And do I think it looks beautiful at this point?
No,
Having
because you
saved-
succeeded on the wisdom save. So to you, it's. I mean, you can appreciate the skill and artistry that went into its creation, but it has no special meaning for you. I wouldn't think. I mean, are you particularly taken with dwarvish architecture and artistry? You're a gnome,
No.
so you probably would be actually. You probably would have some appreciation for that.
All right, I'll try and persuade the two and say, it's very beautiful and it's just an illusion over the top. It's going to be fine. I think we should probably move on and we can appreciate it later.
I can't move on. I must stay here and look at it. It's got poo all over it. Maybe if I look harder, I can see through the poo.
You want Bramble to remove the poo.
Get that poo
It's
off!
the most pressing thing.
Unpoo it!
It's sacrilege as far as you're concerned. They've violated this wonderful work.
We need to disrupt his concentration.
Oh!
Seeing
Oh!
as though
Medicine slap.
they're just not paying attention to this, I hold out my hand towards the fresco and cast Disintegrate.
Okay, roll an attack against it
Oh my
then.
god, they're gonna kill you!
Alright,
I hope we didn't need to actually look at this painting.
yeah, well that's why I had a look before.
Apart from it's got
I think it's a
goblins
trap.
and dwarves on it.
I have the feeling
now.
it's a very clever trap.
No, I've got a spell. I'm like, oh, I can use this, but then I'm like, now I've got two people under it. I'm like, oh shit, I can't use this.
So, am I sufficiently engaged with Kayla that I don't really notice?
Yeah, I mean this is
Grogbog doing
happening
this?
at the
That's
same
cool.
time, kind of thing. So
We're tussling.
Yeah.
Ezra, you're a lunatic! Stop!
Okay. So
And I
it
got
just
two.
takes damage.
it just takes damage. It's an auto hit. So
Yeah, just
roll your damage then, please,
It's a lot.
Boggart.
So we must now have sort of see it being struck by some kind of magic.
Yeah, you probably see.
Or now we see
Feel
it.
it in your bones.
Well, after it happens, you see Grogger like
If only
doing
I'd
his
noticed, I could have
doing
counted
his
that.
typical, his trademark disintegrate.
So the whole thing just goes.
Well, we'll see what damage he rolls.
Okay. I mean, it usually does.
As it just screams, no!
Yeah.
84 damage.
Oh, so the thing
my
just
God.
turns to like particles of
Ah.
of dust, like, frescoes, and there's just like this vacant area where the fresco existed. It like
Which is
scooped out of
Covered
the
in shit.
yeah.
How
Just this
do-
illusion of
How do
poop.
Cray and
floating
Ezra
over
feel
it.
about this?
You are suddenly free of its compulsion.
Oh,
The enchantment ends
maybe it
immediately.
wasn't such a nice thing after all.
Now that I think about it, I'm not really interested in that sort of thing. This poo looks really good though. That's
It was a
more
bit postmodernist, wasn't it?
yeah. It's a bit
Overrated.
it's a bit sensationalist.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
with my illusion, Aaron, I'm
Rather
gonna
on
make the silhouettes of the dwarves, and I'm gonna make the fresco, but the poo that's currently on there.
It's not the same.
From
It's
what
not
you
the
can remember.
same.
Yeah.
I feel differently about this
It's-
one.
Is the true art your guys' reaction? Is that what this meant all along?
Oh god, the debate.
I
The
feel
debate.
It's a performance piece.
Oh,
I feel like that wasn't really my opinion.
I hate that specious argument. Fucking art critics. You can all fuck off.
I know.
The dragon comes down and
It's
it's just
the
like,
reaction
yeah.
you had that is the art.
It was a trap, guys.
That was a trap.
It's alright, Gregor and I,
We took the brunt.
You guys
we
handled
took the brunt of it for you. We absorbed it.
You almost hit me with your sword.
I was missing on purpose.
Sure.
Let's get out of here.
So there are stairs at the opposite end of the chamber that Boggrog discovered, and you are free to alight upon them should you.
The stairs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to them and tap them with my axe.
Okay. They are solid. Nothing happens. Other
These are
than,
real.
Little stairs.
Okay, I've got the stairs.
okay. So after a short distance, travelling up, probably 1, 2, 3, 7 or so separate flights of steps, you come out into a large, narrow hallway, and it's 20 foot high, and there are 3 pillars running the length of the hall that are carved to resemble warhammers, with the square heads pressed against the flagstones of the floor. The west wall, which would be the wall on your left-hand side, I believe. No, on your right-hand side. The west wall bears a cracked mosaic that you can see from looking down out of the opening of the landing at the top of the stairs. It's a cracked mosaic that depicts a dwarf smith at a forge crafting dwarves out of black metal and diamonds. So it's obviously some creation myth representation. And there are 3 archways in the east wall, which is the wall currently to your left. And you don't know where these lead until you get closer to investigate.
Let's get closer to investigate. So the 3 archways appear to be the only exits from this room besides the stairs we came up.
Yes, as far as you can determine from this point.
Let's move towards the archways. Peer through them.
Okay.
Can I look at the mosaic?
Yeah, you can look at the mosaic. Is there anything more you would like to?
So
Don't look at the artwork here.
made out of, you said like
Very closely.
black iron and diamonds, was that?
It's stone mosaic carved into the blocks of the wall, and it's age worn and cracked, and it depicts a dwarf smith at a forge crafting dwarves out of black metal and diamonds. So this is the dwarf's god creator, perhaps.
Okay, there's nothing else interesting about that.
That's it.
What? Okay.
So yeah.
What about the warhammers? Is there anything like defining about those?
no,
Stands out.
they're just stone representations of a warhammer. They're just an interesting architectural design feature. They don't seem to have any other purpose other than to be decor.
Looking up, do they just attach to the ceiling?
Yeah, they do.
We don't have time to stand around and look at art. Come on.
So Ezra, you're at the nearest door, which is probably about roughly 20 feet away from where you've alighted upon this area, and it leads into a narrow but long bridge passage, which are the three bridges that you saw.
Walkways.
Walking across, travelling over the top of the entrance foyer where you first came into this area. And as you look through this and step out at a short distance to look to get a greater view, you see that at the end of each of these separate walkways, which correspond to the alcoves on this left-hand side wall, there are more iron doors set into the wall of the opposite side.
Yeah.
And the middle walkway is broken in the middle, so it's.
Don't take the middle walkway.
You would have to jump over that possibly if you wanted to make it across.
How wide is the jump?
It's probably about somewhere between 25 and 30 feet.
They're all disconnected.
That's not a jump. That's a chasm.
It's a chasm.
So what is it? Three routes?
Yeah, there's 3 walkways. They're the bridges that you saw up when you entered from below.
Each to a separate.
And each leads to a separate door in the opposite wall.
How many of them are broken?
The one in the middle is
The middle
broken.
one only.
But the other 2 are also in various states of disrepair.
So they could
So they don't look
potentially break.
like they're entirely
He
stable.
was fine.
What should we do? We don't want to split the party, do we?
We should walk across one at a time. We don't want to put unnecessary weight upon the walkway.
Which one?
I vote Bramble.
Why?
You look pretty lightweight.
We do lightest to heaviest.
But he's so tall.
I don't like this democracy.
I guess we've got a couple of heavy bruises here, so I would like to cast. Cray, I'm a bit worried about the weight you might put on this bridge. How do you fancy being a bird for a little while?
No, I don't fancy that at all.
That's a pity, and I cast polymorph on.
No!
Doesn't it have to be a willing creature?
If you want to
though?
resist, you can make a wisdom saving throw.
That's fine.
So,
Hope we don't have a fight.
what are you? What are you now?
He's just saving face. He's
I haven't
secretly
actually.
wanted to be a bird.
I'm not sure which birds. I know there's giant eagles, but
He's a
I'd
pink
actually like it to
eagle.
be something
Make
less
him
cool
the
than
blue
that.
bit.
So-
You can make him a chicken.
Can
He's
I be
a pink
can I be
toucan.
a- Can I be a pink macaw?
Yeah. He's a pink macaw.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, alright.
Right.
Karen's fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
It's just got to be a beast of some kind.
Do I still have my axe?
No, everything gets polymorphed.
into the thing.
Yeah,
Shit.
so.
Yeah.
Shit.
Looking fine, Cray.
What about Grogger?
Balls!
I cast reduce on Grog,
Ah, that's
Okay.
good.
Oh.
so his weight goes to an 1/8 of what it was before. But he's like struggling to
Does
hold
that
up.
mean that, I was going to say, if you've not cast it on him then.
So his size halves, so he'd probably be a little bit bigger than.
It's
what
half
was
in all
anyway.
dimensions, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and then his weight is an 1/8 of what it was. So yeah, he's struggling to carry him, but they both they try and run over.
Okay. So
Excuse me.
about 50 or so feet across this walkway, this bridge, that's where the state of the stones is at its worst.
Best of luck, guys. Let's go with Bardic Inspiration.
So you would probably have to take greater care to navigate across this 30-foot section of cracked, crumbling and damaged stone bridge without causing it to fall apart potentially, or for you to fall off it.
I've got rope and shit.
So
Pitons.
Grogger
here now.
Groggett, do a.
That bird, I can't understand what you're saying.
Rope! Rope!
So yeah, Groggett, you're probably gonna have to do a Dex acrobatics check here in order to navigate over this precarious section of the bridge.
Okay,
I just fly over and sit at the waiting.
On the opposite side.
rather than using dexterity, can I just run so fast that it's not a problem even if it does fall?
So you want
still
to
some sort of
do a
check.
strength
Well,
athletics
probably
check.
athletics.
That is the
Athletics.
question, isn't it?
Yeah, do a strength athletics check.
Okay. Just want to run really fast.
Okay.
Gotta go fast.
I'm pretty sure this is the technique Sonic the Hedgehog uses throughout most of the Sega Mega Drive games. Just run fast over stuff as it falls down.
22.
22. So yeah, you run across this section, and what is your movement speed? Is it 30 or 50?
It was. Hang on, let me just check.
Does it get reduced when your size gets reduced? Though it does.
Yeah, I think it gets halved. So I've got 25 now.
Okay, so you make it like 3/4 of the way over this damaged part of the bridge, and then it starts to collapse on the last segment. Like some of the blocks fall away beneath you. Do
Can I do
a
like Legolas, like jumping on the rock?
dexterity saving throw, please.
A dex saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What is it?
Oh my god.
Great, you already landed on the other side. You said you had, right?
Oh god. Okay, so unfortunately Groggett just plummets through the gap that
Oh
suddenly
my
falls
God.
out beneath his feet.
Do I weigh so little now that I'm like a leaf and
No.
just like,
If only. Have you got feather fall by any chance?
no. Very well.
Oh dear.
Okay, let's see what damage you get as you plummet 60 feet below to the entrance foyer.
I did give you bardic inspiration. Sorry.
Ooh, no, it's too late now.
Shit.
Um,
That would have been the perfect time to use it.
Can I cast Dimension Door under myself and then like pull it to the top?
It doesn't change your momentum. If anything, that's just.
Well,
Oh, unless
I
you,
mean-
can you put it the other way up so you kind of boing?
like
out
yeah,
of
what,
it?
and fly out, yeah.
Like portal.
Like portal.
you failed your saving throw, so no.
Okay, alright.
29 points of bludgeoning damage as you smash into the flagstones of the floor beneath you.
Is that for each of them?
Yeah,
Or does hang on, so the squishy body of
yeah,
like
that's
Frog
both of
doesn't-
them. Yeah.
Oh.
So are you unconscious or are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you
Even Bog? Even Bog? Is he?
Yeah,
alright?
they're both
Okay,
fine.
so you just from below you just hear this sound of them smash into the floor, and then
Ouchie.
now what? What are you guys doing? How do the rest of you react to seeing this?
You're gonna have to run around and try that again.
Okay. Hang on, let me do a damage first.
So
Don't
which
fall.
sorry,
Don't fall.
which was that the left or the right side? Sorry,
Is it
the left or the right? What was
the
that?
left one? Which one did we go on? Left one?
Yeah, the closest one to you was the first entrance on your left,
Less fucked up.
and it's the one that's in the best state of repair from what you could tell. But now
Shit.
Loaded.
roughly 30 feet of
Yeah,
that bridge
One
is
of my characters loaded. I tried a different character loaded.
Yeah.
And now I can't get Ezra to load. Sorry, Aaron.
It's alright. So 30 feet of that bridge is just collapsed now. So you know
That's a big gap.
if you
well-
want to get over there, you're gonna have to use.
None of the rest of us
Special
have gone
means.
over there except for Grey who can
Yeah.
fly. Let's
Yeah.
just try the one on the other side.
Okay, so as you travel down the hallway,
Run, you fools! Fly, you fools!
on your right hand side, you see a section of the mural has broken off and formed a heap of shattered tiles upon the floor. And as you pass that area of damage, a black ooze gushes out of that cavity and coalesces in front of you to form like a oozing black amorphous shape that blocks your way and then lunges at you. So roll initiative.
This is back where the
They're in the hallway, yeah.
the cursed.
Shit.
Yeah.
So Craig raised the other side of the thing as a bird.
Who took the lead? Was it you, Ezra? I'm assuming it was you.
Sure, yeah.
You made the decision, so...
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to be a
My
hit.
initiative's 11.
Hang on a minute, let me just find these...
I'm not
stats.
rolling well today. None of us are.
Yeah. That was good earlier.
I don't know, I slapped you pretty hard.
It was a good thing earlier, otherwise I'd have...
15 to hit, that's a hit on you, isn't it, Ezra? So, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. But then as the black gelatinous substance coats your skin, you realise that it also has a corrosive quality to it.
Oh, not again.
Deja vu. Oh no, all your clothes are going to disappear.
Why is it my clothes?
And you take
Put milk on it.
You should buy
Put milk
magical
on it.
clothes.
you take
do actually have
13
magic
points of
clothes.
acid damage on top of the
How much acid damage?
13,
You do have. Are
and
you wearing
your
spangly new duds.
I am wearing my
your spangly new duds are partially dissolved,
Oh no!
Are they magical?
and your AC suffers a -1 penalty from this point onwards.
I swear you've got some magic clothes made.
I did, and they had some kinds of resistances.
Oh, did they? What are they? Tell me.
I can't remember, but give me a moment.
So, are they magic? They are magical
They were
then.
made by that guy.
They are magical.
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
they probably aren't dissolved, and they probably do not
Oh,
take
thank God.
a permanent penalty to your AC.
Okay.
Let's just say that they don't, but you still take the acid damage,
I'll
and you
take,
still
I'll take the
bludgeoning
damage, yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
roll
far more
initiative.
concerned about my clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. Initiative rolls, please, gang.
So Ezra got 11.
11.
Can I see them from where I am?
No, not unless you've moved.
I'm just singing a song.
Sixteen.
What did you get, Bramble?
I got 5.
Oh boy.
What's going on with your rolls
What the
today?
fuck's happened today?
Kayla, what did you get?
What? No, I can't count. 12. 12.
12.
Bested by a fresco.
Oh man.
That's how the Misfits ended. Not by the giant monsters, by a fresco.
So-
It's hard.
Grogbog, you're obviously still down a level below. So, are you going to dash in order to,
I am
Why would
doing
you be in a
one,
hurry?
or are you going to
One-
climb up? It's
do one
60
better
feet.
than either of those, and I'm going to cast Dimension Door
Yes.
and put myself with the group.
Okay, so you don't know they've moved because they haven't told you. So what would you last assume their location would be in front
Well,
of
I assume they would have been across the bridge, the broken bridge, like
Okay.
the side we were aiming
Okay.
to get to.
So
Yeah, so you're stood next to Craig.
So beside you, Cray Cray, in your pink macaw form, suddenly Boggart and Grogart just step out of a dimension door.
Hello.
Yeah. And you see that they're no longer on the opposite side of the bridge. So what are you going to do?
What, my team?
No, Grogart and Boggart, because it's their turn at the moment.
So, no, because I wanted to go to the side we were aiming on going.
Yeah, you're on the side with Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't
Okay.
see the others have disappeared from the opposite side. They're no longer on the opposite side of the bridge.
Okay, do I do a 180 and do I see anything?
you won't be able to see anything that's going on in that hallway from your vantage there at the moment.
Okay, well I push on, assuming that they've like just left me for dead.
Okay. Okay, so are you going to attempt to open that door behind you, the iron door?
Sure. Assuming that they've gone through it.
A door that hasn't been opened.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Oh, they were so wise. They closed it behind themselves.
So as you push,
Why would they leave it closed?
as you push that door open, you see
Boys.
within the chamber beyond there is a 10-foot tall painted statue of an armoured male dwarf wielding a battle axe and wearing a mask, and it stands at the back of the 20-foot high room, sort of like, you know, in the middle of the rear wall.
Sorry, my cats are fighting. I see the dwarf statue, and I'm just like, no, not yet. I just close the door and walk back out.
Okay, Cray, what was your initiative?
Oh, I didn't roll. Sorry.
In bird form.
You are
Yeah.
third initiative.
Yeah. I mean, let's just say you're I don't know, what's the closest equivalent to a macaw in the monster manual? I have no idea. Is it just bird?
There's an eagle. That might be the.
Is it like a parrot or anything like that?
Is
Like
there
a
a parrot? There must be a parrot.
I'll be in Salt Marsh, I think.
That'd be a parrot.
There's definitely not a
I think
parrot.
there's other things. Shit. How about an owl?
An owl
I've
sounds
got parrot D&D, but it's from 3.5.
Wow, this owl is shit.
Oh, the picture looks so sad as well.
This is a homebrew. I found a homebrew one.
Oh goodness. What's his? How do you derive its initiative again? My brain.
Use the dex modifier,
Dex
so
mod.
just add.
That's 19.
Beat you,
I rolled an 18, so I perceive something. What do I perceive?
Oh, actually, sorry. I need to make a concentration saving throw.
What was your initiative?
Sorry, you're fine.
19.
I'm fine. Yeah.
So you should have gone first. wouldn't you?
Still bird.
So, yeah, and also, before you close the door... oh, where's Max? Oh
Being
dear.
attacked by cats.
Yeah, okay, we've lost him. I'll reveal that information
Cat
to
fight.
you in a moment. So, what were you doing, Cray? What are you doing?
So I noticed.
Max, mute your mic if you do that.
You can't hear you because he's had his headphones in. What did I see?
Did you look into that room when Grogget and Boggart opened
Yeah.
it? You saw a 10-foot tall painted statue of an armoured male dwarf wielding a battle axe and wearing a mask standing at the back of the 24 high room. And there, before the statue set into the floor, there was a trapdoor with a pull ring on one side of it.
Right. Okay.
And then
Could you, out of interest, could you tell whether this room was wide enough that the three doors might all be leading into this same room?
Could I tell?
you would have seen that it is a self-contained room
So
of
it doesn't
about
look like the three doors are all leading into the
30
same
by
room.
30 foot square, with the only other
Yeah.
feature being the trapdoor. But that's only Cray and Grogget.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Boggart.
Okay. Well, I fly about a bit.
Okay.
I don't know where everyone is.
Okay, so Kayla, you see this black gelatinous amorphous creature lunge and strike Ezra. What are you going to do?
Probably gonna try and attack the slime, the whatever, the slime, the black slime.
Yeah.
The slimy black, the black slime.
Sorry, my brain's just totally switched off. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw a fireball at it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Isn't
No,
Fireball
not
the one with the big
natural.
area effect?
5 bolts, just a bolt.
Alright.
Not a ball. Don't you worry.
They really need to rename those. They
Yeah.
sound too similar.
They do. That was a 20 on natural.
20 is a hit. Roll your damage.
Yep.
Oh, kill.
Right.
What kind of damage was that, Caleb? Was it fire, did you say? Yeah.
Fire, yeah, fire damage. Whatever else, Aaron.
Well, yeah, I should know better than to ask, really.
Should know better, don't you? 16 fire damage.
16, alright.
16!
1 second.
So it hits and scorches away some of its mass, but there's still like a huge amount of the like broiling, goopy substance to be a threat. Do you want to do anything else?
I can do my bonus as well. I'll use my whip just to, I don't know, try and slice it up a bit.
Okay.
So I can't find it. 21 to hit.
Yep, that is a hit. Roll your damage.
So it's 4 slashing, I think. Yeah, 4 slashing and just 1 fire damage.
1 fire damage. So
yeah, that's not very good. It's only
so 4 slashing and 1 fire damage. Okay. Okay. So as the whip strikes, flares up with fire, a portion of the black ooze's mass drops off and grows in size and becomes another smaller version of the pud.
I
Don't choose slashing.
Shouldn't have used the weapons.
What was it? We knew it was bludgeoning,
Forgot
right?
about that.
Bludgeoning and fire fuck these things up.
Yeah.
Don't slice it up, basically.
And slicey
Okay.
dices.
So the pud.
Piercing's okay, right?
I don't know why my whip is. I guess slashing makes sense because it's sort of
Yeah.
like a slash, wouldn't
So the
Does
pudding.
force damage do anything against these guys?
Yeah, force damage probably
it? I
good.
think magic is generally better.
Okay.
So the pudding continues to assail
The
Ezra.
Pudding.
The black pudding, that is a 7, which is a miss, I believe. Yep. And then the smaller one,
Congealed blood.
1 second.
Scrushes itself down and then coiling to action and then springs at Kayla. That is a 16 to hit, so I believe that is a hit, isn't it?
What is it? Sorry.
16.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. 16.
So that's 8 bludgeoning plus.
Ooh-wee.
Hang on a minute. Plus you get some corrosive damage as well.
My favourite.
So you take 26 points of acid damage, and
Big.
if your armor is non-magical, it's partially dissolved, and you take a permanent -1 penalty to your AC.
Okay. I don't think my armor is magical, so
No, so you're at 15 AC now.
15. Yeah.
So that's its turn. Ezra, it's your go.
Alright, pretty pissed at this thing. So I will shout at it, let not your foul presence besmirch this magnificent place. And I'm just going to do a multi-attack on it.
Alright.
Oh, I've just found my hit was plus 10k there, so I should actually have hit you. Never mind.
Doesn't matter.
Dirty 20 to
I
hit.
like it better that you didn't.
That's a hit.
I like that you're
Yeah.
using dirty 20 now.
Yeah, it's good. I like that expression. Right. I am going to use. Is it called Divine Smite? Something like that.
If you're a paladin, yeah. Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
Yeah, Divine Smite. And I'm going to use it at a pretty high level. So that will be 5d8.
Ooh.
Oh no, sorry, hang on.
Don't you have D6s
Oh, yeah.
as smite? Don't you have smite dice? You have like a limited pool of smite dice that you use. Is that right?
No. No, it uses up my spell slots.
Maybe that's at a higher level. I think at a higher level you get a pool of dice you can add to your smite. Anyway,
Ah.
sorry, carry on.
Right, this is going to take a moment. 5d8. Good rolls.
Nice.
Plus the... $30. Oh, hang on, sorry, it's a mix. Shit, now I've forgotten. It was 28 radiant and 11 piercing.
Okay.
Got blam.
So yeah, you as you assault this creature with your weapon, dealing additional like radiant, divinely fueled power to your strikes. Where it's hit, its mass is just obliterated, like just turned into particulates that spatter and disappear, and you greatly reduce its size, and it looks as if it's suffered a significant injury from that attack. So
Alright, second attack of my volley attack. That's definitely a hit. I should probably conserve some of my spell slots. I really hope we're going to get to rest before next time. I'll go with slightly easier on it this time. It's the 4d8. $17 radiant and 7 piercing. That was not such good rolls.
So regardless of them not being as powerful as you would have liked, you reduce this creature to almost just like a football-sized blob in front of you, with each strike just disintegrating great sections of its mass until it's reduced down to
The
this.
light shall burn you.
Yeah, so this thing is looking a lot more pathetic and a lot less menacing now. Though the smaller blob that it spawned is still very much looking.
Is that now
like,
bigger than the original?
Yeah, it's bigger than the original and still menacing at Kayla threateningly. Bramble, it's your turn.
Yeah, Bravo's going to cast, seeing them split into two and attacking and doing acid and shit, he's just going to be like, nope, fuck that. And he's going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Alright.
So, I've got 3 beams, so I'm just going to roll for, it's range spell attacks, I'm going to roll to hit both, or?
That's up to you, I think.
Yeah, I'll roll
Can't
to
you control where they go? Isn't it like Magic Missile where you decide how to distribute?
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So I'll roll 3 times. But the first one's 18 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah.
Cool, so that takes 9 force damage.
Okay, so the thing is blasted back, the smaller, like, original but now sort of melon-sized original blob, and it's blasted back and then just turned into mist, like, and it disperses and is no longer a threat. So all that's left is the one that's currently assailing Kayla.
Yeah, I'll hit
its
the
amorphous
range spell
limbs.
attack that. Which is 17 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit.
Cool, so that's 2d10 because the next 2 blast. And that 7 and a 4. So 11 force damage.
11. Okay.
Yeah.
So that you blast like a great chunk of its mass away, and again it's just turned to mist, reducing it by quite a significant amount, but it's still like lashing at Kayla with its like pseudopod limbs. So it's still very much in the game. Anything else on your turn, or is that it, Bramble?
No, that's my action, but yes, that's
Okay,
the comedy
so,
action.
It would be Craig, but being as Craig has had to go and deal with something to do with the dog. Grogbog, your turn.
So Craig's, well, the bird has just flown off.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Well,
You guys!
Hello?
Your voice echoes through this gym. Hello.
My legs hurt.
I mean, that's just that's concentration, right? So you could break that.
No, his legs hurt because he fell.
Oh. Yeah, you can't fix that.
Big night.
Okay, so I don't see anyone. I can't see the other bridges.
You can probably hear the commotion of them in the midst of battle now, like yelps of pain and explosive sounds of magic energy being discharged. You know, sword strikes and what have you. So it's clear that they're engaged in some kind of fight in the hallway back where you came from.
Okay, how far is it? So I can't see them, so I know it's
No.
like too far to jump.
Yeah.
Did you know?
I don't know about that. So I go back into the room that I said I noped out of.
Right. Yeah.
And keeping as close to the wall as possible, I like make my way like along the inside wall just towards the sound, like where they were, to see if there's another door.
What do you mean you make your way over to... You're on the opposite side, aren't you?
I'm on the opposite side.
Yeah, I thought you manifested next to Cray Cray on the opposite side.
I did,
of the bridge. Yeah.
Okay, so also the oozes were behind us, right?
Yeah, they're in the hallway. That
You're on
you
the side
first
we
entered.
want to be on, but we've
Yeah,
been
we're on the
waylaid.
not so good side.
Right, okay. Well, alright, I still do the same thing, thinking that they've probably crossed over, and is there another door like leading into like the other like bridge?
So have you entered into the room that you noped out of a moment ago? So again you see the dwarf statue against the back wall and the trapdoor in the middle of the room, and they're the only significant features of this 30 by 30 foot chamber.
Okay, so there's no other doors.
Nope.
I gingerly walk towards the trapdoor.
Okay.
And I check for traps.
Okay. Go ahead. Do whatever check you are going to do there.
Like 24.
24. So you get a sense that this adamantine metal trapdoor is actually false. Like it doesn't, like inspecting it and using your experience and knowledge of these kind of things, you know that this thing is a trap. Like this is so clearly a trap. You don't know exactly what kind of trap it is, but this trapdoor is not
This ain't a
functional.
real thing.
I saw a gap in it. I go, nah, and then I'm back out onto the bridge again.
Okay.
I'm in the same place as where I started.
That way it started.
I'll wait for him to go.
Okay, Kayla, you're being assaulted by this amorphous black blob of ooze. What are you going to do?
Probably gonna throw some more fire at it. To be honest.
Yeah.
That sounds like what I would. That sounds like what Kayla would do.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna go for some scorching rays. I think this time. Let's do some scorching rays. So first one. $17 to hit.
That's a hit.
Cool. I'll just roll damage now, so we can gauge it. 7 fire damage.
Okay.
Oh, I guess it's in 2 blobs now, isn't it? I'm
Yeah.
going for the one of the blobs is still attacking Ezra, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going for that one. So, it's the first one.
Oh no, one of the other blob's gone. That's just obliterated.
Oh,
So you
sorry,
only
my
this
bad.
one that's on you is all that is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, that one. My bad. Sorry.
Yep.
Fire, ray, pew.
Number
Oh, that was
dos.
it. That was a natural 19.
Okay, that's a hit regardless of modifiers. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one was 8 fire damage.
Okay.
Oh, and a nat 20. Ooh, and I rolled nice. I rolled good. So that was 9. Are we doing double damage or is it the total?
It's double
The roll
damage
could
dice
be-
and the total damage you could do of the dice. So if
Okay.
it's a D8, it will be 8 plus your double damage
Plus
dice.
Roll
2d8.
times 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was 9. So 18 plus. Oh my god.
Wow.
12.
Okay.
Fine.
So you like atomize this thing. It just turns into like black ashy particles that disperse and disappear, and all that's left is like a slight smeared stain on the flagstones of where these things once existed. So they're now gone, no longer a threat, and you can proceed further down the hallway should you choose to.
Okay. You alright, Ezra?
What? Yeah. I'm perfectly fine. I'm a little bit worried about your attire there, though.
Yeah, it's like you've probably got like
Scarily close.
yeah, like nipples are
I'd
probably
like to
still
teach
concealed,
you a
but
little-
the midriff and everything is just
Yeah.
gone.
I mean, it's a look. I mean, you're kind of
Yeah.
rocking the same thing, aren't you?
Red Sonja makes it work.
New to it.
Oh, I thought yours wasn't magic. Okay, never mind.
Also,
It's fine. I'm working it.
I'd like to teach you a little something. Do you know how to do minor illusion?
No, I don't think I do.
No.
What do
Is there
I?
any chance I can try and teach Kayla minor illusion? It's a cantrip.
you can, but it will take
Actually, let me
time,
check my
and
spells.
you'll have to do it on a
Okay.
rest. Yeah, but you can on a rest. I'll allow you to do a training thing, but it's not going to be
Alright.
like an immediate.
I'll show you how to make a perfectly fine outfit out of.
What about
would
mending?
The-
Do none of
that'd
you
be
have
good.
mending?
I don't have mending. I'm
I have.
I'm pretty sure Cray Cray.
I do. I actually have mending. I have mending,
You could
but
probably.
I don't have it prepared, so I can't use it right now.
Okay. Okay,
Because mine's based off of a wizard, so I have more spells I know. I just
Mm.
Don't
obviously
have
only
them
have a certain amount
prepped.
prepared.
well, you just look a little bit barbaric at the minute. You just your attire is shredded and
You
It's
can
more-
see the
it's-
whole of my left ab.
yeah yeah.
Risque.
The belly
Yeah.
button is exposed.
Which one was happening?
Ooh,
I'm gonna pull out a little bit of
my ankle fell out.
I know, right? Oh shit, she's showing ankles. 100% haram, guys.
Hang on. Also, Kayla, your whip is not magical, is it? It's just a.
No, it is the new one's magic.
Oh, you're using the new whip?
Did I? I don't know if I attuned to it
No,
yet.
I don't think you did. You still have
No, I
yet to
didn't.
attune to this
It's
whip.
literally just a whip. It's just a
So,
whip.
your
It's
whip
not- I didn't
takes-
attune yet.
Your whip takes.
I was going to, but there was a reason I didn't or couldn't. I can't
You could have
remember why.
attuned to it.
Your whip
any-
takes a
any
minus
night.
one penalty to damage
Over the
rolls.
past year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, over
I
the past
don't know.
year.
I always forget.
Any
That's
night.
basically, my brain, it forget all the time.
Maybe you can just tell Aaron next rest you'll do it, and then you don't have
Yeah.
to remember it.
Next rest, they'll do it.
Okay.
Aaron, she said it.
Yeah. Okay. Next rest you do it. But the thing is, you've got to read the document that
I know.
you've got to. You know, there's things involved with that. Okay. So yeah, you take a minus one penalty to damage rolls with that weapon because it's been corroded by the ooze's acid-like constitution. Okay, so what are you guys doing now? Cray Cray's bird form comes flying through the entrance to join you. Grogget and Boggart are still over the other side of that broken bridge.
We don't know that Grogget and Boggart are there, so
No.
I'm just going to carry on forward to the intact or more intact walkway that we haven't.
Okay.
The only one now that isn't falling apart. Can I see Grog and Bog from where I'm standing before I walk
as
out?
you step onto the first sort of part of the bridge, which is actually like you see 10 feet ahead of you and about 20 feet in length. The beginning part of this bridge is actually quite badly damaged, similar to the
Alright, I don't want to tread on that yet. I just want to sort of.
So just so you know, that if you choose to step on that, you are probably going to have to be exceptionally cautious in order to avoid collapsing it.
Yep.
But yeah, you can see Grogbog on the opposite side, in front of the door to the room beyond of the first bridge that you attempted to cross.
A bit confused expression on my face. What are you doing over there? I thought you fell.
No, I didn't fall.
But you're walking with a limp. You've got dust all over you.
He's always had that limp.
I heard the thump.
It was a trick.
The bridge is gone.
Anyway, what have you been doing?
I've been dealing with this ooze thing. I'm having some pudding.
Did you do it?
There's a statue and there's a trap door, which is a trap.
Oh.
That's what I've been doing.
But, well,
Come on.
what about it? Can we progress through the room?
No.
All right, maybe we give up on that route. Perhaps you care to join us on this pathway.
Which one are we on now? The middle one.
The furthest
the third one.
bridge,
The
like
left.
the last one.
One that isn't as damaged either.
It's actually
Yeah.
damaged at the beginning of the crossing. So like there's like a 20 feet of the bridge from the threshold where you enter onto it is like crumbling and cracked.
So it's just holding on.
Yeah.
Okay. Croco flies to the other side again and waits.
Okay.
Flying falls!
All right, who wants to go first?
Bravo, or I guess go first and.
All right, best of luck, and I'll give you
no need.
inspiration.
You don't need to really do that. I was going to cast fly on myself.
Oh!
I was going to cast fly on myself and like trying to fall in and then just levitate over. So, yeah.
Okay, so you say you levitate.
I fly. I've cast
Fly.
fly on myself.
Okay, so what is the range of movement this affords you? As a spell?
Fly. So
I think it's the same as your walk speed.
yeah, 60 feet for the duration.
And it'll last for what, a minute or something?
Okay, so
10 minutes actually.
the bridge is actually
Pretty good flow. Level 3 as well.
is 80 feet in length, approximately. So you can make it like 3/4 of the way across, no problem. Yeah.
Well, it lasts for 10 minutes.
But that's for 10 minutes. Okay, so you're flying, and in your turn you get that far, on your go. So what are the rest of you doing?
Right then, better give it a go, and I'll just sort of nimbly try and sort of hop across,
Okay.
trying to carefully balance my weight on the bits that look most structurally stable.
Okay, do a Dex Acrobatics check for me, please.
Love to. Acrobatics is my middle freaking name.
Oh, today we learned.
Yeah. Ezra Acrobatics for verse.
16.
16's good. Yeah. So even though you can feel the blocks that
I can
constitute,
feel which ones are a little bit loose.
You can that you can feel there's a give on them. If you stay too long on them, they would have potentially given way. But you
Just shift
skip
my
over
weight
them.
in such a way that it doesn't collapse.
You make it across the damaged area onto a significantly more substantial part of the bridge that feels sturdy beneath your feet.
Is the rest of it sort of intact?
Yeah, the rest of it looks like fine. It's age worn. You can tell that this is an ancient structure, but they don't look damaged. What are you doing, Kayla, to make it across this section?
Oh, that's a good question. My only option really is to kind of follow in Ezra's suit, I think.
Would you like to take a length of rope, perhaps, in case you would fall?
What would I attach it to?
I have rope.
Something back here.
You can't speak. You don't have the ability to
Oh my
speak.
god! Oh my god, what? Macaws can speak.
You're just. That's it.
I
Macaws can
think
speak.
because I'm basically still flying. If you walk with the rope and I fly forward,
Can you carry someone while you're flying?
I
No.
don't know. It doesn't really say.
No.
DM, no.
Just no.
That's a hard no.
I don't know. Okay.
I mean, if it was Grogger, yeah, but it's Bramble, so no.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I could fly. If you try a rope around yourself, I could
Well,
fly
hang
to
on.
the other
The
side.
pair of us got to weigh more than Caleb. We just need to weigh more than her.
Yeah.
Right? So we just hold on
Are
to
you
the rope.
both? Are you both flying?
No, we don't need to fly. Just need to not fall off the bridge if you do. Like, we'll tie it to ourselves, you tie it to yourself.
So the damaged
Oh.
section is about 30 feet in total length. So you've got to make it across 30 feet of.
Oh, I don't even know if the rope's long enough to factor
Yeah.
it in.
50,
No, the rope's
look,
probably not long enough.
it's 50 foot, the rope.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 50 foot.
Oh.
Just about long enough.
That's a big fucking gap, though.
It's not a gap. It's just a damaged
It's
section.
just
of bridge.
damaged, yeah.
Bridge.
It looks precarious, like it could give if too much weight is put on it.
Cray-Cray's got pitons as well. Oh, he's got loads of rope.
Shame bird. I tell you what, we could use some extra weight here, but if we need to get to the middle one, then having a bird would be really helpful. So maybe you just stay as a bird a bit longer.
I think I've got a
It
rope.
stamps its little feet.
Right, so Ezra's going to pull a length of rope out of his
Oh, you-
pack,
Okay.
tie it around his waist, like hand the leftover bit to
I can always grab it with the mage hand and
Grab to Bramble.
lift the rope.
and then throw the other 25, well, probably 35 feet.
To Caleb.
That'd be a hell of a throw. No, I don't think.
You'll have to do.
the rope's
You'll have to do some sort of ability check to achieve.
All right, I'll try and throw it in a
Range.
straight line along the bridge, but that's probably not easy.
Who's got
Although I
mage
rolled a
hand?
19, so
So what was this to do? To throw the length of
just
rope
try
at
and
Caleb?
throw the length of the rope along the bridge.
Okay, so
such
yeah.
that it lies
So-
along the bridge.
I'd say as a check, whatever it would be, that succeeds. But Kayla has got to also do a check in order to catch it. So
Yeah.
Dex, sleight of hand, something like that. I guess. Let's try that.
Sleight of hand, you want?
Yeah.
That was 22.
Nice.
Quite
So
well.
yeah, you snatch it with ease out of the
That's
air
amazing.
Beautiful.
and can then tie it around yourself.
Come on.
Don't forget, I'm an expert with ropes.
Yeah.
That chains.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna tie it around my waist, I guess,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna try a similar approach to Ezra.
Right.
And nimbly cross
So a
the belt.
Dex acrobatics check for them, please. If you're
Yeah.
going to try and skip over it lightly and avoid knocking any of the damaged blocks out from under your feet.
It's a 13.
13. Dear. So unfortunately, you land heavily on one section of the damaged part of the bridge, and it gives underneath your feet, and you drop. So Ezra, you need to do a strength saving throw in order to brace and.
I'm going to drop my weight down as quickly as I can,
Yeah.
and I'll do my strength. Oh, that's not good. Did Bramble do anything with the rope that I gave him?
Yeah, I've tried to run myself.
It's the two of
What?
you.
How long is this rope?
Well, it's 50 feet, and I used 15 feet to time myself and give
15.
so that's
I think it'd be less than that.
Yeah,
About
it'd be like
5
5.
at most.
Yeah.
like-
well then
so
Yeah, pretty small.
5 for Kayla, 5 for you, and then
5
you've got.
for Bramble.
Well, Bramble's in the air. He's flying. So what's?
Well, he could have come closer. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter.
I thought that was what.
So has
We've not-
Bramble
we've not-
land? Bramble has landed, or he's hovering
Yeah,
beside
I
you.
can land on the other side and just like get myself tied the rope
I
around
thought that
myself
was
a
the
little bit.
intent. But
Okay, so
yeah,
you've got.
that was what when I passed it back to him. I was assuming he
Okay,
was
so you've got
behind
10 feet of rope between you and Bramble secured around your waist. So that's 40 feet left.
me. Yeah.
So you throw the 40 feet of rope to Kayla over the 30-foot damaged section of the
oh my
bridge,
gosh.
and
Yeah.
she attaches another 5 feet to herself. So that's
My blood.
you've got like
5 foot left.
35 feet left. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Can I throw some rope just
just to make things more complicated for me.
I wrote for
Yeah.
the sake of it.
Okay, so because Bramble is helping you
So,
brace,
Do we roll advantage?
get advantage. Yeah, so
Okay.
Bramble, you roll the
That's
advantage
really-
roll, and Ezra, you roll the standard roll.
I'll take
good.
one for that.
So what did you get, Ezra?
Well, I rolled once and got a 6.
So that's
But-
Okay, I did the exact same thing.
oh dear.
I advantage 17.
No, you don't roll advantage. You
Oh,
just
no,
roll.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I
It's
thought
the
it was
highest of
Desmond
both
gets
of
that.
them.
Yeah, so
Oh.
you are all pulled off the ledge by Kayla's weight.
I'm too thick.
So,
You're gone horribly wrong.
oh god.
So, what do you do with
I knew
your...
it.
So Bramble is flying.
You could, well, I don't know, I'll let you do you.
You think is you failed the strength saving throw, so I don't really know. That's it. You're falling. Like
Yeah, I'm just trying
Yes,
to.
combined
if-
weight
if
of
I
two
had
people.
I can have an Iron Man moment and just.
I mean, at this point, we're pulling Bramble down.
He's
Right.
coming with us.
But you, dude,
Okay.
get a knife out.
so, you guys, you plummet
Yeah.
over the side of the bridge, and you hit the ground of the entrance foyer where you first entered, and take 19 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh.
each. However, after you hit Bramble, you immediately spring back off the floor because you've got flight.
Yeah.
So you are still like hovering like in the air, but you smack the ground just as hard as everybody else.
That's the chamber we were in before.
Yeah,
right?
so you're now back down in the chamber you were in before, like, and those two are prone, like in the dust on the dusty
Making progress.
flagstones, groaning. No,
I'm just gonna like get up, look at him, and be like, for fuck's sake! And I'm gonna fly back up. I'm trying to
Alright.
grab the rope that I've got left.
Kayla, get
I
over
need to
here.
lose some weight.
Kayla, get over here, and I'm going to grab her by the arm, and I'm going to lead her through a dimension door, and just...
Okay. Are you all still attached by the same length of rope now?
I assume we're
well,
going to
she-
find ourselves.
No,
Yeah,
I've
that's
cut mine. I'm like, nope. Not
I
helping
mean,
you
he
guys
couldn't have
again.
flown off if he was still
So
tied.
Bramble, have you untied yourself and flown off?
Yep.
Okay,
I've
so
just flown back up.
so you're making your way back up. You've
I have,
dimension doored
fuck all spells left at this point.
to the other side of this bridge in front of the iron
This is
door.
fine.
We're only going to see a dragon. It'll be fine.
It's fine. Don't worry, guys.
What's the worst a dragon can do?
So it's a metal door, and it's actually adamantine. Sorry, it looks the same as the entrance door. Like it has that same bluish sort of tinge
Just
to the
door like that.
yeah, the door that you're currently
I look at the door.
sitting in front of.
So we're all at the door now, right?
You're all well, yeah. You're all at the door now. You've
Yay.
dimension door there.
Success. Let's hope this isn't a dead end.
Yeah. Okay. So what now?
Is there a trick to the
Open the
door?
door.
What's Grogget and Boggett doing? You're still at this on the other side of this chasm.
Oh, you're in the wrong door. You're at the wrong door.
Yeah, you're at the wrong door.
Well, you wait there. We'll just see if this door is a dead end.
Well, that's up to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm watching you play with the ropes, and it's like,
They're having fun. Let's leave.
You watched us like plummet
Yeah.
down. Had a good laugh at
And
it.
you enjoyed that fall and the pain of the injury that
You
you
just-
received at the end of it.
You
Yeah.
You see me fly over, drop down, and then fly back up and just dust on like this pissed off face, like.
And bloody
I'm
nose.
still I'm confused why there's no cray and there's just a bird flying around.
I'd like to lay on hands to heal myself.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I really need this.
Selfless paladin.
Oh dear.
Right, what next?
I could
Okay.
probably do another heal on someone.
I'll just
I don't want to.
fly around them.
Okay, so you uselessly fly around them.
I'm helping.
Yeah.
I know, right? I guess I'm just gonna. This adamantium door, is there like a door handle or lock or anything?
There's no visible lock.
Okay. I'm gonna
Try and
attempt
push
to
it.
Push it open with whatever strength I have.
When you attempt to push it, nothing happens.
Okay.
This is just an experimental push, I'm assuming.
Yeah, just like.
Yeah, it's very firmly closed. Like it's locked.
Well, this one's locked. Is there anything in the door? Like, is it completely solid adamantium?
Yeah, it's just like a blank sheet of adamantine metal with no hint visible. No obvious hint as to how to.
I guess can
open.
I'm gonna try to do some sort of investigation on the walls around surrounding if there's any like a button to open this thing or.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh. 19.
Okay, so scouring the blockwork of the frame and the lintel, nothing obvious speaks to you of how to open this. Like there's no visible hinges, there's no lock, there's no mechanisms, there's no pressure switches. There's some other means of opening is required.
What was on this door?
Nothing. It's blank.
So and the other door did have something.
The other door didn't have anything. It was also a blank door.
But the other door was already open, was it?
But when Grogger pushed on it, it just swung open.
Oh, okay.
It was open. It wasn't locked.
This one seems
What was the thing you said about a dwarf and a... no, what was it? You said something. It was, I think it was... Because I was trying to...
In the hallway,
Oh, it's in the hallway.
there was a dwarf smith forging the race of dwarves out of adamantine and gemstones.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's correct. We just refer back to that.
It's very
Yeah. I
dwarf-centric.
think you said a black metal and diamond.
Yeah, sorry.
Sounds
yeah.
like adamant.
Yeah, black metal and diamonds. Sorry, not adamantine.
So this is a dwarven...
Yeah, everything about this
This is
this
dwarven.
vault speaks of dwarven design.
Oh, interesting. None of us are dwarf.
No, none of you are dwarves.
We used to have so
We
many.
used to have so
Yeah,
many
the surplus
dwarves.
of
I was
dwarves.
just thinking that. I was like,
I feel like...
where's all our dwarves that we used to have?
What do we
They
know?
are.
What do we know?
I'm probably going to have to head soon. Should we puzzle over this door for a little while and come back?
Would you want to pause there and resume next session? You can if you want to. Yeah.
Or you guys can carry on, but
We'll break. We'll break.
My iPad's about to run out of battery as well. It's on the charge,
It's
but
alright.
it's still running out.
Okay. Well, yeah. We'll break there. So,
Sorry, I had to run off. I was trying to log in to D&D Beyond.
okay. So we'll resume next. I mean, when can we play next? We'll try and do the normal day, Wednesday. I'm assuming.
Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, sure.
So
I might not be available this Wednesday
Okay.
because I'm sending my laptop back on Monday and I've no idea when I'm getting my new workstation.
so
So I may literally be without any form of joining a video call.
so it wouldn't make any difference if we moved it to another day that week anyway.
No,
'cause you
it's
don't-
literally
yeah.
I just don't have anything
Yeah.
to do the call
All right,
on.
Kat.
But
Well-
don't worry about me. I can catch up.
Okay.
Just to let you know, this week potentially might not be a good run for me.
All right. No worries.
But I'll let you know when I know.
Cool.
So, just to shout out that we're currently running James Introcaso's invasion from the planet of the Terrasques adventure, which I've been blending with the Shard Shunners Waterdeep Zentrim faction mission by. Where is the author's? The author hasn't put their name in their document.
Anonymous.
Oh man. Okay. So it's by Aventier Games. They're the publisher.
It was me.
Aventier Games, and both of those are both available on the DM's Guild, and the One Bookshelf, which is the company that, in cooperation with Wizards of the Coast, runs the DM's Guild. They are waiving their revenue fees from the what date is it from? I think it could be the 11th. I can't remember. It's a 2-week period. So if you're listening to this and you're interested in running those adventures for yourselves, which form part of the Waterdeep Dragon Heist adventure.
Buy them for your DM.
Yeah, so you could buy those during that period, and the creators get 100% of the profits for it, which is a great time to do so. So please, I encourage you to support indie creators on the DMs Guild, including myself, because some of my adventures are on there, including the Fox and the Fae, Craftmas with Gremlins, and the Blood Ties anthology. So if you're feeling generous and can afford to, please help support those of us that publish and produce stuff for the DMs Guild. Otherwise, we'll be back next week. Also, the music that we use in our stream is kindly courtesy of HEIST Catastrophe, who are like a retro wave dungeon synth label, and they let us use this to obviously enrich our gaming experience, and also, please support them, because Bandcamp are also waiving their revenue share on certain dates. One was on the 1st. I can't remember when the next one is. Why is my brain failing? There's 2 other dates that they're waiving their revenue share on, and if you wanted to buy any of the stuff that you've heard on our stream that you've liked, buy HEIST Catastrophe. Do it on those days, because they'll get more money directly from you. So yeah, I'll shut up now. Sorry. Thanks for playing, guys. I hope that was fun. And I'm going to play the outro theme. Well, I'm going to try to. And what I did last time, where I played it wrong. So let's see if I fuck this up again. Comedy is on shoes. Here we go. Here it is. So we'll be back next Wednesday, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, depending how much shit goes wrong. Depending if the gremlins are still messing with our gubbins.
Damn gremlins.
Them damn gremlins. So until then, be kind, be creative, and play D&D. Here comes the outro theme. Bye.
Bye.